please don't skip this video. I'm not a motivational speaker. I'm you 10 years from now. And if you leave now, you'll never hear the one message that could save our life. I know exactly where you're sitting right now. That same room. That same chair. The same dreams you've been postponing for months. Maybe even years. You keep telling yourself you'll start tomorrow. I said those same words thousands of times. Until tomorrow quietly stole my entire life. Do you know what regret feels like? It's waking up one day and realizing your biggest enemy was never failure. It was hesitation. I wasn't born unlucky. I wasn't less talented than anyone else. I simply waited while everyone else kept moving. Every excuse felt reasonable. I'm tired. I'm not ready. Maybe next week. I believed every single lie my mind whispered. The painful truth is, life never paused to wait for me. Time kept running, even when I wasn't. One morning I looked in the mirror, and I couldn't recognize the person staring back. Not because I had changed, but because I never became who I was meant to be. That's why I'm here today. Not to scare you, but to give you something I never had, a second chance. And if you stay with me, I'll tell you the decision that changed everything. You think one small decision can't change your life. I believe that too, until I realized my life wasn't destroyed by one big mistake. It was destroyed by thousands of tiny choices that felt harmless. Every morning, I promised myself I would finally begin. Every night, I convinced myself tomorrow would be different. Then one day, tomorrow stopped coming. I wasn't lazy. I was trapped inside a version of myself that was terrified of discomfort. And comfort slowly became my prison. Listen carefully, pain is temporary. But regret? Regret has a way of following you into every birthday, every quiet night, every mirror you look into. I watched people less talented than me build incredible lives. Not because they were smarter, but because they acted while I kept thinking. Success doesn't belong to the fearless. It belongs to the people who keep moving, even while they're scared. The day everything changed wasn't magical. There was no applause, no perfect opportunity, no sudden confidence. There was only one tiny decision. I stood up. One page became one chapter. One workout became a healthier body. One phone call became a new opportunity. Tiny actions built the future I once thought was impossible. So if you're waiting to feel ready, stop. I never felt ready. I simply became stronger because I started before I believed in myself. And maybe your future begins with the next decision you make after this video. If I could erase one chapter of my life, it wouldn't be the days I failed. It would be the years I never even tried. Failure taught me lessons. Doing nothing taught me regret. I remember lying awake at 2 a.m., staring at the ceiling, pretending I still had time. Deep down, I already knew I was wasting the most valuable years of my life. The hardest part wasn't watching other people succeed. The hardest part was knowing I could have been standing beside them if I had just started. One afternoon, I found an old notebook. Every goal inside it was still unfinished. The dreams hadn't disappeared. I had simply abandoned them. That notebook broke my heart. Not because I had failed, but because it reminded me of the person I promised I would become. So I made a promise. Not another empty promise for tomorrow, a promise for today. I would win one single battle before the sun went down. I stopped chasing motivation. Motivation disappears. Discipline stays when emotions leave. That was the lesson nobody had ever taught me. Every single morning, I asked myself one question. What would the person I want to become do today? Then I did exactly that, even when I didn't feel like it. And little by little, the future I dreamed about stopped feeling impossible. It started becoming my reality. Not because life became easier, but because I became stronger. If you've stayed with me this long, thank you. Because now I'm going to tell you the 3 lessons I learned too late. I pray you learn them while you still have time. Lesson number 1. Your habits are writing your future every single day. Not your dreams. Not your excuses. Your habits. Every morning you choose between 2 lives. One decision pulls you closer to your dreams. The other quietly steals another piece of your future. Lesson number 2. Stop waiting for confidence. Confidence is never the beginning of the journey. It is the reward for surviving the journey. I thought successful people felt brave before they acted. I was wrong. They acted while shaking, and courage quietly caught up with them. Lesson number 3. Protect your time like your life depends on it. Because it does. Money can return. Opportunities can return. Time never asks for permission before it leaves. I wasted years scrolling, comparing, overthinking, and waiting for the perfect moment. The perfect moment never came. until I created it myself. One focused hour changed more about my life than 1,000 hours of wishing ever did. Action is louder than every promise you've made to yourself. So if you're wondering whether you can still change your life, let me answer you as the person you've been searching for. Yes, but your future isn't waiting for another Monday, another month, or another year. It's waiting for the decision you make today. This is the part where our paths separate. In a few moments, this conversation will end, and you'll be alone again. The question is, which version of you will stand up when this video is over? I can't walk back into your life tomorrow. I can't stop you from making excuses. I can't force you to chase your dreams. Only you have that power, and you've had it all along. One day you'll wake up as someone else's future self. Maybe your child will ask how you built your life. Maybe a friend will ask how you stayed strong. What story will you tell them? Will you tell them about the dreams you never touched? Or will you smile because you were brave enough to begin when nobody believed in you? Not even yourself. Promise me something. When this video ends, don't search for another motivational video. Don't wait for another quote. Stand up. Drink some water. Turn off every distraction. Take the first step you've been avoiding. That's where your new life begins. If no one has ever told you this before, let me be the first. I believe in you because I know who you can become. I'm your future self, and I'm waiting for you. Don't make me wait any longer. If this story reached your heart, don't let it become just another video you watched. Let it become the moment your life changed. Leave a comment with one promise you're making to yourself today. And if you're ready to become the person your future self will thank, subscribe to this channel and join me on the journey. Remember, your future isn't built tomorrow. It's built by what you do today. I'll see you in the next video.